Hello friends, in this video we will discuss an important concept that is asked in many different examinations, that is reading comprehension. Whether you appear for UPSC civil service examination, RB examination, NABARD examination, state level examinations, reading comprehension makes an important component in the question paper. When you take civil service examination in CSAT paper, you have to answer reading comprehension questions, and that is a qualifying paper. If you are not qualifying that paper, you will not be declared as prelims passed. You take RB examination, UGC NET examination, then NABARD examination. All these examinations ask certain questions from reading comprehension. To improve your language skill also, you have to be very comfortable with reading comprehension. So in this session, I will discuss some of the important points that can help you to solve questions related to reading comprehension. In reading comprehension, a passage will be given. Under the passage, there will be 5 to 6 questions. All these questions is based on the passage. You have to answer each questions based on the passage only. In this case, you should not use your subject knowledge to answer the particular question. It may be true, based on your subject knowledge, it may be true, but based on the passage, it may not be the right option. So, at any cost, you should not use your subject knowledge to answer the question. Second, when you are attempting the reading comprehension questions, you have to read the questions first. First, you have to understand that you are not reading comprehension to gain knowledge or to know about things. You are attending that for in the point of view of an examination. So, you have to find out the answer for the question. So, your priority should be answering the questions. So, first you have to read the questions thoroughly. All the 5 questions you must read thoroughly. First you understood the question, then you go to the passage and find out the answer. Third, identify the terminologies and certain words, quotations used in the passage. That will help you to eliminate certain options and get to the right option. You should not go from a micro concept to macro concept. It means that you should not opt for generalized answers. There will be some options which gives a generalized perspective. You should not choose that option. Next, when you are answering the question, read the passage first and then don't try to attend all the questions at the same time. First, you attend the question that is very easy to understand and easy to answer also. Then you leave the tough questions. Take those questions after some time. This will help to save your time and energy, and this will reduce the possibility of wrong answering. Then you have to understand that in the passage definitely there is answer. So with that confidence only you have to read the passage. First you have to understand the nature of the passage. Whether the passage is talking about an economic issue, whether the passage is talking about a social issue, whether it is related to Indian economy or it is related to international relationships or whether it is a philosophical question, that you have to understand. Then you have to understand the theme of the passage. Usually the first few lines and the last few lines will give you the theme of the passage. That will save a lot of time. Then there are different kinds of question: assumptions based question, inference based question, theme based questions. So you have to understand what kind of questions is being asked in that particular passage. So all these things you have to keep in mind. In this session, I will be talking about Adam Smith. Then we will read the passage with respect to this particular personality, Adam Smith. Then we will answer the questions based on that passage. Adam Smith was an Scottish economist. He was a philosopher and an author also. He is the father of modern economics. He forwarded the idea of laissez-faire policy. He supported the idea of laissez-faire policy and he was strongly against mercantilism. Mercantilism focused on protectionism, and Adam Smith told that this will lead to deterioration of the economy. You should open the borders for trade. That was the theme which he was put forwarding in his book, The Moral Sentiments. His famous work is An Enquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth of Nations. In this, he said that there is invisible hand is operating in the economy. He thought that in a perfectly competitive economy, the invisible hand, the competitiveness of the market will correct the demand and supply mismatch. The demand and supply equilibrium can be achieved by the price mechanism because price is very flexible. That is what he believed. He strongly advocated people to practice thrift saving and he focused on self-interest. So this is the theme of the passage. Now we will read the passage in detail and the questions based on the passage will be answered. This will help you to understand the points which I discussed in the first session. So let us go to the passage. Hello friends, now we will move to the reading comprehension on Adam Smith. In reading comprehension, as I told you in the first session that you have to focus the questions first because you have to find out answer for these questions. There are 4 questions given below. What is Adam Smith economic theory? So in this question, the key word is economic theory. Second question, what is Adam Smith best known for? In this, the key word is best known for. Third question, what were Adam Smith's belief? So the key terminology is belief. What did Adam Smith mean by invisible hand? In this question, the key terminology is invisible hand. Now we have to read the passage by keeping in mind all these 4 terminologies, that is theory, best known for, his belief and invisible hand. Now we have to scrutinize each sentence and try to find out the answer. Adam Smith was a 18th century Scottish economist, philosopher and author who is considered as the father of modern economics. Smith argued against mercantilism and was a major proponent of laissez-faire economic policies. So this is the introduction of the passage. So from the 2 lines we can understand that the author is directly going to the works of Adam Smith. Take the 3rd line. In his first book, The Theory of Moral Sentiments, Smith proposed the idea of an invisible hand. Now he is trying to give the definition of invisible hand. So this is the answer for one of the question which is related to invisible hand. So now see this, the tendency of free markets to regulate themselves by means of competition, supply, demand and self-interest. Friends, this is why reading comprehension is an easy field in which you can score more marks because it is very easy to understand the answer. So you should not lose any of the marks. You should not lose any single question because reading comprehension questions are very simple and you can attempt all the questions. Now see the keyword invisible hand. So the answer is this. Invisible hand means the tendency of free market to regulate themselves by means of competition, supply and demand and self-interest. Now read this next line. Adam Smith is known primarily for a single work, An Enquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth of Nations, published in 1776. So in 1776 he published a book, that is An Enquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth of Nations. So that statement is very, very important because this is the answer for one of the question. Adam Smith is best known for which work? That was asked in the question. So this is the answer. The first comprehensive system of political economy, which included Smith's description of a system of market determined wages and free rather than government constrained enterprise. Smith wanted people to practice thrift, hard work and enlightened self-interest. He thought the practice of enlightened self-interest was nature for majority of people. So this was his belief. He thought, he believed like that. So this is the answer for another question. Invisible hand metaphor characterizes the mechanism through which beneficial social and economic outcomes may arise from the accumulated self-interest actions of individual. In this, he is trying to explain invisible hands significance. So this is not the answer. Answer was in the second line. Invisible hand is a mechanism. That is the answer for that question. Classical economics is the body of theory about how a market economy works. The most famous classical economists are Adam Smith, David Ricardo, and John Stuart Mill. Now friends, I will tell you one secret. In this whole passage, only 4 or 5 sentences is important. Remaining sentences you can skip. For example, this sentence, I marked it as 1. This sentence is important. I marked this is 2. This sentence is important. This sentence is important. I marked it as 3. This sentence is important. I marked it as 4. With these 4 sentences, you can answer these questions. So, in due course of time, with experience, you need not read a whole passage. You can just scrutinize the sentences and can find out the answer. So, practice regularly. Thank you so much for listening. Stay safe, study well. If you liked this session, please do share and subscribe to our channel. Please do suggest this channel to your friends also. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and study well. Thank you.